It's time to rise and shine. It's sunny side up time. All right, friends, today I am so excited to share one of my favorite tricks. Now, this is the simplest of things. I learned about this when I had iced tea at a fancy restaurant with my husband the first time. I think that was the first time I ever saw simple syrup served at a restaurant. So let's just get to it. Simple syrup is so easy. It's just like its name. You take a cup of water, a cup of sugar, and then you just mesh the two together until they're a syrup. So let's take this water. I'm gonna put it on my handy dandy water tin and get it on the stove. There's my cup of water. I added a little bit more. The cup measurement does not have to be perfect when you're talking about your water. You don't want to go too much more on your sugar. It doesn't have to be exact. The goal here is to take the water and the sugar and you're going for dissolving the sugar in the water. My water was not completely cold. It was not room temperature. I did have it we have a fancy dancy little water dispenser over here, and I used the hot water out of that. It takes things to that full boil quicker. I'm gonna take this, I'll put my whisk right here, and I'm gonna put this on the stove top. Again, right now the goal is to dissolve the sugar, and so the whole thing is crystal clear. When I get to that point, I am going to show you what that looks like. And it's only gonna take but a minute. Remember I said I started the water warm, it's already there. You see how, and it'll continue to dissolve as I continue to add it on the flame. Putting this back in here, back and forth, back and forth. Once your sugar is dissolved, put that on the flame. You can bring this to a boil just fine. Once your sugar is dissolved, let's talk about this. You can add your flavorings. Today I'm going to make a lavender simple syrup. This is going to be great for lavender lemonade. This will be great for lavender iced tea. This will be great just to put in club soda. So you have a lavender soda. This is a good, easy recipe. This is something that's so easy. Now, what this is gonna do, lavender has definitely a florally flavor. Okay, let me double check our syrup. Okay, the syrup is there. I'm wanting it to come to a boil. Once it's boiling, I'm gonna add the lavender and let it go for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna turn it off and let it steep for about 20 minutes. And then when it's all done, I'm gonna take my strainer. Kids didn't put it back. I'm gonna strain off the lavender blossoms and put it into my cute little jar. Let me show you what my lavender syrup looks like at the very, very end. This is one I made up already. This is ready to go for lemonade or iced tea or how about this? An Arnold Palmer with lavender. A lavender Arnold Palmer, that would be an amazing taste. So, let me check on our syrup. It's not quite boiling, still. I'm gonna move this over and use my other burner. They always tell me not to use the one burner. I have a favorite burner. It's my favorite burner. They say that it doesn't work for my tea kettle, but it kind of does. So, what I like about this particular kettle is just that. It sits there nice and pretty. And like I said, I just bring it to just boiling, and it doesn't have to be at this great rolling boil either. There we go. Perfect. All right. So our simple syrup, the plain one, this is great for just mixing straight into your drink for that. Ooh, look at that. All right. This is great for mixing right into your drink. Of any kind. And I'm going to take this and go ahead and add the lavender blossoms. Now, these lavender blossoms are slightly dry. You can use dry, you can use fresh. These are slightly dry. But the goal here is to get just the blossom, not the stems. Okay? Give that a good mix. Oh, it smells heavenly. Okay. And set your timer for 20 minutes. Okay, friends, it's been 20 minutes and our simple syrup has steeped with the lavender and it is ready to be strained off. I call this sleepy simple syrup because the benefits of lavender are so much. It actually helps with sleep. So this would be a good tea with a decaf. This would be good in a decaf tea to help you get those sleepy timesies. I love this in my, I like to take a cup of tea. Usually when I'm having trouble sleeping, I'll add a cup of tea with a good like decaf, a good lavender chamomile kind of base. I like our counting sheep tea for this, but you take the tea and you add a little bit more lavender from the lavender simple syrup. I'm gonna put this right over here. Now I am going to fill our cute little the strainer. I'm sorry, the colander thing was sitting in with tea leaves. Speaking of tea. All right, so now I'm going to take this and just put it straight into my little jar. Just like that. And this will store up to 2 weeks in the fridge. The great thing about this, whoa! I'll add a little bit more. Avoid the flowers. The great thing about this is how well it mixes in with your different, your iced teas, your coffees. It mixes so well, you can't tell. This is actually an iced tea that I added a little bit of the simple syrup to. It is so good. Now, remember, lavender is a florally flavor. When you go to add it to your coffee, you want to make sure that it's got a good, it's balancing out your coffee. I have a coffee here called Here Comes the Sun. It's got a citrus flavor, and the citrus and lavender work really well together. Make yourself a good batch of this, gift it to friends. This will make a great, find these cute little jars on Amazon, they'll make great little gifts. Add it to iced teas or coffees. If you need any help finding a good balancing coffee or tea, message me, but otherwise just check out my website and you'll find it on my Java Momma website. I hope you have a sunny side up day, friends. Sleep well and wake up on the bright side. Thanks so much. Bye.